Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Financial Minds team, a Jai Bharati Group company, it is my privilege to extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, analysts, members from the media, and industry leaders gathered here today for the Investors Interaction Summit 2026. We sincerely appreciate your presence and can't thank you enough for taking out time to join us for this important occasion. To begin with the event, let me now welcome our guest of honor and host of the show. Although he does not need any introduction, but I'll still be giving one. He's someone who has made his mission to bring financial clarity to everyday Indian investor and has built one of the India's most trusted financial communities. Through finance with Sanjay, he has consistently delivered sharp, grounded, and research-based perspectives on businesses and markets, building a community that trusts him precisely because he calls it as it sees it. We are delighted to have his voice as part of this evening. Please welcome Mr. Sanjay Katuria. Please give a big round of applause. Now I'll ask Santan from my team to hand over the bouquet. Please give a big round of applause. Now I'll hand over. Yeah. Mr. Sanjay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. And for those who know me, those who don't know me, my name is Sanjay Kathuria. I'm also from the finance field. थोड़ी बहुत पढ़ाई करी थी finance की. एक हमने MBA finance कर दी, एक हमने CFA कर ली. तो ऐसे लगा कि finance के बारे में बहुत कुछ समझ आ गया. फिर stock market center किए तो पता चला कि कुछ समझ नहीं आया. जो रह गया वो धरा रह गया. Thank you so much for all being here. And I have a community of approximately 4.5 million subscribers across all platforms put together. We have more than 200 million views every month, which is almost equal to the population of our neighboring country. So every month, एक बार हमारा 20 करोड़ लोग views देख लेते हैं. And today on Instagram, we are known by Finance by Sanjay, because there is another one, Finance with Sanjay. तो उन्होंने Finance with Sanjay का मैं एक बार clarify कर देता हूँ, तो आप कहीं जाके confuse ना हो जाएं. And we do content around investments, business, finance, money, and we try that people invest for a long term. So everything around personal finance is what we do. But today's appearance here or today's session here is a bit different. And today we are going to speak about a company. But before that, I would like to felicitate and welcome somebody जो इस पूरे इवेंट के सूत्रधार रहे हैं और उनसे मेरी काफ़ी पहली बार बात हुई बट ऐसे लगा कि मैं बहुत टाइम से उनको जानता हूँ. सो आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल द डायरेक्टर एंड फाउंडर ऑफ फाइनेंशियल माइंड्स मिस्टर प्रवीण रंजन, हु इज़ अ वेरी स्पेशल पर्सन. एक बार जोरदार तालियां उनके लिए. एंड ही इज़ फ्रॉम द फाइनेंस फर्टर्निटी and has been helping businesses raise capital and helping them become bigger. Because क्या होता है कि आपको भी पता है, all these small companies, small and medium enterprises, they require capital to become big. So I will like to felicitate him and ask him to speak few words after this. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the honor, and I welcome you all on behalf of Financial Minds, which is a Jai Bharati Group company. And this program we have kept for one of our clients, which is Lordsmark Industries Limited. And it is a interactive session which we have kept, wherein like we have called all the industry veterans. Like here we have called from the media fraternity, we have called investors, we have called analysts, we have called industry leaders. So this program is basically about a interactive meet where the complete Lords team will present that who Lords is, from where they have started, what journey they have covered, and what is the going ahead, what the like vision they have. This is about it. So I believe you will enjoy this program, and we keep on organizing such programs. Financial Minds keep on doing such events. So we look forward to it. Thank you.
Praveenji, I would request you to stay on stage for a minute. As Praveenji said that we'll be talking about the Lords group today, so we also have the Lords management team with us, though we are missing the managing director because he couldn't make it because of some event, other event. But yes, we have the entire senior management of Lords Mark here. So I would like to felicitate them on behalf of all of you. And can I call Mr. Manav Teli, who's the executive director of Lords Mark, on the stage? Guys, ek baar zordar. Let's warm up our hands. वो कहते हैं जब तालियां बजाते हैं तो शरीर से जो है जितनी भी आपकी बीमारियां हैं वो चली जाती हैं, तो जितनी ज़्यादा ताली बजाएंगे उतनी बीमारी चली जाएगी. Thank you so much, Mr. Teli. And now we have Mr. Vinay Sarda. Can we have you up on stage, sir? Thank you so much. And again, Praveenji, I would request you to be here on the stage with me. ये मुश्किल काम है, मैं अकेला नहीं कर पाऊंगा. So, great. Again, guys, बीमारी करने का चांस है, ताली बजती रहे. Thank you so much. Mr. Subodh. Mr. Subodh happens to be the Chief Technology Officer of the Lords team. So, okay, apart from that, can I have Sayantan on stage? Sayantan, who will felicitate Mr. Shrikant. Mr. Shrikant from Lords team, please, can we have you up on stage? Sahil, can we have Sahil on stage for the felicitation? Is Sahil around? No. Oh, he's here. Perfect. Can I request Mr. Neeraj Ojha, again, from the Lords team, so that Mr. Sahil can felicitate Mr. Neeraj Ojha. Okay, and last but not the least, Tushar, to felicitate Mr. Suneet Rastogi from the Lords team again. So Tushar, kindly do the honors of felicitating Mr. Suneet Rastogi. आजकल English, Hindi works, right? No problem? Yeah? Is there any issue कि हिंदी नहीं बोलना, English नहीं बोलना? Something, right, perfect. So I'll be in my normal zone because if you see my videos, they are majorly in Hindi. अब वो जब मुझे बोला गया तो पूरा English आ गया, मतलब बाप रे इतनी English तो हमने स्कूल के बाद कभी बोली नहीं. तो आज कोशिश करेंगे, we'll try to mix both of them. ये धुरंधर के बाद है ना, लोगों को कहानी सुनने में बड़ा मजा आने लग गया है. जैसे वो लास्ट सीन था धुरंधर का, जब वो बोलते हैं हसन एक कहानी सुनोगे या अभी भी कहानी सुनने का शौक रखते हो, तो एक बड़ी कहानी आ जाती है उसके बाद. सो ऐसी एक कहानी मैं आपको सुनाना चाहूँगा. Before I talk about Lords Mark, there were 3 sisters. Okay, there was a Polgar family now. Polgar family had 3 daughters. एक का नाम था, the eldest one was named Suzanne. The middle one was Sophia. And the third one was Judith. आपने नाम सुने? Anyone who has heard these names? No. Okay, no problem. So, Suzanne, so the father and mother decided कि हम तीनों बेटियों को जो है chess champions बनाएंगे. They decided. बेटियों से नहीं पूछा कि मैंने हम वो कहते हैं ना मेरा बेटा इंजीनियर बनेगा, सो दे डिसाइडेड नहीं मेरी बेटियां जो हैं वो चेस मास्टर्स बनेंगी. परफेक्ट. मेहनत चालू हुई. सो सुजैन बिकेम अ चेस ग्रैंड मास्टर विच वॉज द एल्डेस्ट डॉटर. बहुत मेहनत करी, वो बन गई चेस ग्रैंड मास्टर. सेकेंड, सोफिया, शी कुडंट डू दैट वेल. ठीक है. एंड शी बिकेम द इंटरनेशनल मास्टर, बट स्टिल ऐसा नहीं, अच्छा नहीं कर पाए, नॉर्मल, नॉट एज गुड एज सोफिया. बट द थर्ड वन वॉज जुडिट पोलगर. आप अपना नाम भी सर्च करेंगे तो आपको एकदम मिल जाएगा जुडिट पोलगर. शी बिकेम द यंगेस्ट चेस ग्रैंड मास्टर. यंगेस्ट ऑफ द लॉट बिकेम द यंगेस्ट चेस ग्रैंड मास्टर. तो क्या हुआ कि पहली डॉटर ने अच्छा किया, ग्रेट. सेकेंड डॉटर ठीक है, वो भी कुछ कर लिया. बट थर्ड डॉटर turned out to be the best. And that was because every time a daughter was born and she was doing chess, so even parents were learning कि आगे वाली बेटी को कैसे सिखाना है, क्या गलतियां नहीं करनी है. तो by the time the third was born and she was put into chess, everybody, the parents knew कि यार ये गलती करनी है, ये गलती नहीं करनी. ठीक है, अगर उनको ग्रैंड मास्टर बनाना. एंड दैट्स व्हाट द बेनिफिट जुडिट गॉट, एंड जुडिट बिकेम द यंगेस्ट एवर चेस ग्रैंड मास्टर. अब आप बोलोगे इस कहानी का आज के इस पूरे माहौल से क्या संदर्भ, क्या, व्हाट इज द कनेक्शन? द कनेक्शन इज वेरी वेरी क्लियर. द कंपनी इन क्वेश्चन टुडे, और द कंपनी वी आर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट टुडे, लॉर्ड्स मार्क, ऑल्सो हैज अ सुजैन, अ सोफिया एंड अ जुडिट. The founder of this company, Dr. Sachidanand Upadhyay, started in 1998 with paper के trading से उन्होंने काम चालू किया था. And then somewhere in 2013 he entered into the renewable energy space. And in 2020 during COVID he entered into the medtech space. So his Judith Polgar was the medtech space, the latest which he got into. And today, this company which we are speaking about has 20 plus patents in the medtech space, and more than 55% of the revenue comes from the medtech space. So this shows कि जब एक entrepreneur काम करता है तो उसके भी लाइफ में एक सुजैन होती है, एक सोफिया होती है, और एक फिर जुडिट भी होती है. So this business का जुडिट पोलगर, this business का youngest chess grandmaster is the medtech space, which was started in 2020. So, Dr. Sachidanand started this, and today this is one of the top-notch companies, 20 plus patents. But you know what is the problem they are solving? What is the problem they are solving? जितनी देर से मैं बोल रहा हूं, करीबन 7-8 मिनट हो गए होंगे मुझे बोलते हुए, जितनी देर से मैं बोल रहा हूं उतनी देर में एक व्यक्ति भारत में कैंसर से मर चुका है. In the last 8 minutes, one person has died from cancer. If I add another 2 minutes to this, another person in India will be having a kidney failure. In another 2 minutes, kidney failure. Every 3 minutes in India, मतलब एक घंटे में 20 मिनट, मतलब दिन के करीबन 500 कैंसर पेशेंट्स डिटेक्ट होते हैं. 1 in 9 Indians, that's 11%, 11.11 to be precise. बचपन में रेसिप्रोकल सीखे थे तो याद रह गया. So every 1 out of 9 Indians is at the risk of cancer in their lifetime. We treat cancer as very, very, normal stuff. India is third globally, has a bronze medal in breast cancer incidences. That's the problem statement today which we are talking about. Apart from that, जो डायलिसिस, किडनी डायलिसिस का रिक्वायरमेंट है इंडिया में, वो 34 लाख पेशेंट्स का है एनुअली. दो रिक्वायरमेंट है. एनी गेसेस सप्लाई कितना है? 34 lakh dialysis are required in India every year. Any guesses what is the supply? How much can we do as a country today? थोड़ा better है इससे. The answer is 2.2 lakhs. So that means we are not able to meet even 10%, अगर 34 lakhs का 10% देखे तो it comes to 3.4 lakhs. We are not able to meet even 10% of the dialysis requirement. आज कैंसर किसी को होता है, biopsy करी जाती है. You must have heard this term called biopsy. The results sometimes even take 2 to 3 weeks. And let me tell you, biopsy करने के बाद कभी कभी अगर कैंसर ना डिटेक्ट हो तो in that case the patient faces some or the other disease just because biopsy has happened. ऐसे कई instances मैं देख चुका हूं, personally भी देख चुका हूं. Whenever we meet doctors, practitioners, we speak about these matters. And that's what we are standing at as a problem statement. And you know that every businessman looks at a problem and says, here's my opportunity. So when we speak about Lord's Mark Group, they are also into different kind of verticals. As I said, they're Judith Polgar, which is the youngest business, is MedTech. And the focus is on becoming the manufacturing hub for AI-driven machines of the world. Interestingly, क्या होता है कि हमारे यहाँ एक कहावत है सोशल मीडिया में, यू शो मी योर फीड, आई शो यू योर फ्यूचर. कि अगर आप मुझे अपना इंस्टाग्राम का फीड दिखा दो, कोई दिखाएगा नहीं, मैं जानता हूं, बट अगर आप दिखा दो तो मैं आपका फ्यूचर प्रिडिक्ट कर सकता हूं कि आप क्या बनने वाले हो. क्यों? बिकॉज व्हाट यू कंज्यूम यू बिकम. इसी तरीके से बोलना बहुत आसान होता है कि वी वांट टू बिकम द टॉप, वी वांट टू बिकम द बेस्ट. सो व्हाट इज दैट वन मेजर विच आई शुड सी कि यार जो बोल रहे हैं वो हो भी रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. सो द आंसर इज द मनी स्पेंट ऑन रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट. If the money spent on research and development is increasing year on year, with this shows that the business is focused on creating technologies which has patents, which has, use cases where they want to become the global manufacturing hub for this particular machine, AI-driven dialysis. And the answer when I found out was yes, the spends have been increasing almost 2 to 3 times every year with a target to reach the global standard of 7 to 8% of the revenue. Today stands at in the range of 3 to 4% of the revenue. अगर हम देखें आईवीडी मार्केट, वो भी इंडिया में बहुत तेजी से ग्रो कर रही है. रैपिड टेस्ट किट्स, biochemistry reagents, analyzer machines, all of this are increasing and they have 200 plus approvals here where the market is increasing with the speed of 14 to 15% CAGR every year. See, everybody says that India medical is improving, but let me tell you, there is a lot of catch up to do. एंड अगर किसी को समझना हो कि इंडिया मेडिकल स्पेस में कितना बड़ा पावर है, उसको एक दिन जाके एम्स दिल्ली के बाहर खड़ा हो जाना चाहिए. अगर एक व्यक्ति एम्स दिल्ली के बाहर जाके एक दिन खड़ा हो जाएगा, उसको समझ आ जाएगा कि एनी गुड कंपनी ऑपरेटिंग इन अ मेडिकल स्पेस, मेडटेक स्पेस हैज अ ब्रिलियंट फ्यूचर बिकॉज यू आर 140 करोड़ इंडियंस विद दिस काइंड ऑफ डेटाबेस. और इस अभी तक हम कहीं किसी भी तरीके से सफिशिएंसी नहीं ला पाए हैं in terms of servicing the existing population of the country, which is still growing. So that is the kind of business opportunity which stands in this particular field of medtech. Second engine of growth, first engine of growth for this company is IVD diagnostics. Second is medtech and cancer diagnostics, जिसके बारे में हमने बात करी. उसके बाद अगली चीज है renewable energy. As I said, हमने जुडिथ पोलगर की बात करी, हमने सुजैन की बात करी, पर सोफिया भी है बीच में. तो सोफिया पोलगर for this particular group is the renewable energy. Renewable energy basically is solar panels and very different type of lighting requirements to the tune of going to INS Vikrant. तो अगर नेवी को कुछ चाहिए तो ये कंपनी उनको सर्विस करती है. So that's the kind of work they are doing. And apart from that, you must have heard of this term called genome testing. So genome testing is the next big engine for this particular company. ना देखिए, पूत के पैर पालने में दिखते हैं. उसी तरीके से जब इतनी बातें हो रही हैं तो ये बड़ा सही लगता है, अच्छा तो लगता है, पर where's the money, honey? How's been the growth? So if you look at the growth of this company, the revenues have grown by 4 times in the last 3 years. Obviously because of a result of all these efforts which have been put in. The profitability has grown by 7 times in the last 3 years. That means not only has the revenue grown, but there has been a profit expansion also. तो पहले जो revenue टू प्रॉफिट रेशियो था उससे कहीं बेटर जो है अब, सॉरी प्रॉफिट टू रेवेन्यू रेशियो था उससे कहीं बेटर अब प्रॉफिट टू रेवेन्यू रेशियो हो चुका है. आज के दिन कंपनी ने रिवर्स मर्जर करके अपने आप को लिस्ट कराया और प्राइस डिस्कवरी चालू है. बट जो ऑन स्क्रीन प्राइस हमें दिखता है वो करीबन 700 रुपीज के आसपास है. एंड देयर आर 42 करोड़ शेयर्स आउटस्टैंडिंग, गिव और टेक, which makes the company's valuation in the range of 3,000 to 3,500 odd crores. But again, these are with disclaimer that price discovery still is about to happen. The CAGR growth, this compounded annual growth rate, is above 40% for this particular company. There are 20 IPs by this company, and it has been trusted by bigger groups like Nuvama and Prabhudas Leeladhar. So that is the kind of backup this company has. And क्या होता है कि आपका जो नेचर होता है ना उसी तरीके का आपका ब्रांड एम्बेसडर भी होता है. तो इस कंपनी का जो ब्रांड एम्बेसडर है वो राहुल द्रविड़ है. वो हमारे टाइम के प्लेयर्स हैं. आई एम नॉट श्योर यहाँ जेनजी बहुत लोग हो सकते हैं, बट जो जेनजी नहीं है, मिलेनियल्स है मेरी तरह, तो उनको पता होगा कि हु इज राहुल द्रविड़. सपोजिडली समबडी हु हैज द हाईएस्ट CAGR in terms of growth and also in terms of stability. So I think a promoter's mindset is shown by the kind of brand ambassador you choose, because you are brand ambassador, right? So what does your brand stand for? So if what does Rahul Dravid stand for? Stands for consistency, performance, and that's what this brand stands for. So guys, this was a short, small introduction of this group. I hope आपको समझ आ गया होगा ग्रुप कर क्या रहा है. नहीं तो पता चला कि बोला अच्छा है पर समझ कुछ नहीं आया. तो अगर एक बार समझ आ गया तो मुझे प्लीज अपलॉज करके बता दीजिए. मुझे समझ आ जाएगा आप लोग को समझ आया कि नहीं. एंड thank you so much. With that, I would like to again call Praveen ji on stage and take this thing forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kathuria. Good evening, everyone. So it is a great pleasure to have you here, and the energy which you have today, or the energy which we have within this hall. I am Praveen, co-founder of Financial Minds. So I and my team welcomes you all to this interactive summit 2026. To give a brief introduction about Financial Minds, which is a part of Jai Bharti Group. So the core business or the core main objective focus area of Financial Minds is to raise capital for its clients. So raising of capital could be debt capital, it could be equity capital, it could be raising capital during the IPOs, or any other structured mechanism through which we can raise the capital. Apart from these, we have other verticals as well, which is the transaction advisory vertical and investor and public relations division. So the event which we are organizing today, it is part of our investor and public relations division. So we have been helping companies since 2017 and served hundreds of companies so far. We have helped companies in various industries, which includes pharma, semiconductor, drone tech, shipping, including shipbuilding and ship repairs, real estate, NBFC, infra, renewable energy, steel, lighting, and many more other industries. Apart from Financial Minds, we wanted to solve other white space observed by us with an initiative named Investor Dekho. So that is our another initiative. So what is Investor Dekho? So it is the hard work which we have put since 2017, that is in 9 years. So Investor Dekho compiles all the data together. So basically, it provides a platform for the companies who wants to raise capital at their own pace and convenience. You don't need any investment banker, you don't need any middle person, you just simply visit Investor Dekho and you can raise the funds, private funds or equity capital from the platform itself. Now, to get to know why we all are present today, we are at a very important moment in the journey of Lordsmark Industries. A moment where the foundation we have spent years laying is beginning to show its true shape. Tonight, we want to share with you exactly what that shape looks like, where we stand today, and where we are going. To give you a glimpse, Lordsmark Industry is a conglomerate wherein its company, Lordsmark Industries, got listed through reverse merger. So though it is a long drawn battle, we started this process initiated I think 4 or 5 years back, and then finally we got the reverse merger approval from NCLT last year itself in the July 2025. However, this reverse merger is one of its kind in India. So far, no company till date has got listed through reverse merger under PPIRP mechanism. Lordsmark is the first company in India which is getting listed through reverse merger under PPIRP process. So PPIRP process is specifically defined under section 54 of IBC, so which provides a special mechanism, and SEBI took a long time to give us the approval for the listing. So finally, last week we got the approval for listing, and it is the first company in India to getting listed through PPIRP process through reverse merger. Now, it is one of the initial few companies in India to get ICMR approval for its COVID-19 antigen kits. So we all know when the COVID-19 knocked our door in 2020. So Lordsmark Industries was one of the few companies who got ICMR approval for its COVID antigen kits. The company has a strategic partnership with IITs, BARC, BITS Pilani, CMET, Philips, Cipla, and also with Kerala government. Kerala government, they have formed a specific JV to produce electrical vehicles there. I won't be saying more right now. I would be rather let the evening speak for itself. But I will say this, by the time you leave tonight, I hope you walk away with the same conviction we carry every single day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Praveen ji. Now we'll shift to the management of the Lords team. हमने बहुत बता दिया आपको. I think it would be the best that they speak, but before we do that, we would want to do the Deep Prajalan, and for that I would request all the dignitaries to come on stage. Mr. Praveen, Mr. Manav, Mr. Vinay, Subodhji, Shrikant, Neeraj, and Sunitji. Can we have all of you, and we can do the auspicious Deep Prajalan there. Okay, thank you so much. And can we have the Lord's video played right now? Will it be possible to play it right now?
India is transforming. A nation driven by innovation, sustainability, and technology. Powering this transformation are organizations that are building solutions for tomorrow. One such organization is Lord's Mark Industries Limited. Headquartered in Mumbai, Lord's Mark Industries Limited is a diversified Indian conglomerate with a legacy of more than 47 years of innovation and growth. Driven by trust, technology, and sustainability, the group operates across multiple sectors, including diagnostics and medtech, renewable energy, and smart lighting. Our vision is to establish a globally recognized brand by creating sustainable businesses that deliver value to all stakeholders and partners. With a strong culture of innovation, agility, and collaboration, Lord's Mark Industries continues to expand its impact across industries. A legend joins our journey. Lord's welcomes cricketing icon Mr. Rahul Dravid as brand ambassador, which stands for trust, discipline, and long-term commitment. Through its medtech and diagnostic innovations, Lord's Mark is transforming the future of healthcare. The company is advancing genome testing, enabling early detection and precision healthcare solutions in the field of in vitro diagnostics for both human and veterinary healthcare. Lord's Med develops advanced diagnostic solutions that support accurate, timely, and accessible testing and chemistry reagents to smart clinics and contactless patient monitoring systems, and launched world's first AI-based hemodialysis machine. The company continues to strengthen India's healthcare ecosystem. Further strengthening this healthcare ecosystem, Lord's Surgical offers a comprehensive range of orthopedic and rehabilitation support products, with most of its portfolio registered under US FDA standards, reflecting a commitment to world-class quality, patient safety, and trusted healthcare solutions. Complementing this portfolio is Rudo Joint Pain Relief Oil, helping individuals move with greater comfort and confidence. Partnered with IIT Bombay, BARC, RR Cat Indore. These strategic collaborations are enabling breakthroughs in areas such as sickle cell diagnostics, innovative oncology solutions focused on early detection and screening for breast and oral cancer, and remote patient monitoring technologies. Lord's Mark is also playing a vital role in building India's sustainable energy infrastructure. Through solar rooftop projects and smart LED lighting solutions, the company supports government initiatives for renewable energy and rural electrification. Over the years, Lord's Mark has built a strong national and international presence. Our growth at a glance. More than 1,200 crore revenue. Portfolio of 300 plus products. Serving over 250 clients across industries. One of the few sponsors for live cricket India matches. Featured twice in Times along with Forbes and multiple business magazines. Presence in more than 22 states. Achieved multiple industry and international business awards. Strategic partnerships with global and national organizations enable Lord's Mark to deliver innovative solutions and expand its global footprint. Beyond business, Lord's Mark is committed to social responsibility. Through healthcare support, community initiatives, and outreach programs, the company continues to create a positive impact on society. With ambitious plans for global expansion, advanced manufacturing, and innovation-driven growth, Lord's Mark is building the foundation for the next decade of transformation. Strategic plan for stock market listing, global expansion, medtech manufacturing. Lord's Mark Industries Limited, building the future responsibly. Our vision is simple: to pioneer technologies that enhance lives, strengthen industry, fosters sustainable future along with nation building. Lord's Mark Industries, हमेशा आपके साथ.
Thank you so much for this video. Quite inspirational. And now I did my part, the video did its part, but the best would be that the management does its part. So, एक बार हम management से सुनना चाहेंगे about the company, and some of these statements may be forward-looking, so do keep that into consideration. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Manav for up on the stage and talk about the company, the prospects, the future, and what are they looking at. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Katuria. Mr. Praveen Katuria ji, in a very short span of time, gave a total overview of my company. It was excellent sitting there and hearing it out. Distinguished members of the investment community, esteemed analysts, business associates, industry colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to Financial Minds for giving us this opportunity and for warmly welcoming Lordmark Industries today to this distinguished gathering of investors, analysts, and industry leaders. As we observe the World Environment Day today, we are reminded that sustainability is not just a responsibility, but a long-term commitment, one that has been internal to Lordmark growth. Today marks an important milestone for Lordmark Industries, which reflects years of focused execution, strategic growth, innovation, and the collective efforts of its leadership team and their employees. The occasion is not only a significant step in the company's corporate journey, but also an opportunity to showcase the vision, the resilience, and the value creation that shaped Lordmark Industries over these years. As we gather today with industry experts, analysts, investors, and stakeholders, I shall brief you on your company's journey. At the heart of this journey is the vision and leadership of our founder and managing director, Shri Sachinanand Upadhyay ji. Guided by his entrepreneurial spirit, unwavering belief in nation building through enterprise, Lordmark has continuously pursued opportunities that create both economic value and meaningful social impact. His foresight, commitment to innovation, and ability to identify emerging sectors and that have played a pivotal role in transferring the organization into a diversified business group with a strong presence across multiple growth sectors. Our journey has been guided by a simple belief to build sustainable businesses that create long-term value and nation building while contributing meaningfully to the society. Over the years, this philosophy has enabled us to identify emerging opportunities and establish ourselves in sectors that are critical to India's growth strategy. The story of Lordmark is one of transformation and continuous reinvention. From a modest beginning over the years, Lordmark has evolved by identifying emerging opportunities and building businesses aligned with India's growth story. A key milestone in this journey was an entry into the solar and smart lighting sector, driven by a belief in sustainable development and clean energy. Through strategic partnerships, including a long-standing association with Philips, now better known as Signify, and participation in smart city, rural electrification, solar infra projects, and contributed to advanced energy-efficient solutions across the country through various government-led initiatives. This commitment to innovation, sustainability, and nation building laid the foundation of Lordmark's transformation into a diversified, future-ready enterprise. A defining chapter in our growth story has been our expansion into healthcare. What began with a pharmaceutical distribution, which evolved into a comprehensive healthcare ecosystem in in vitro diagnostic manufacturing, pathology services, medtech solutions, surgicals, and advanced healthcare technologies. Our partnership today with industry leaders such as Cipla, Dozy, Dr. Reddy's, and other healthcare innovators have strengthened our ability to deliver quality healthcare solutions across the country. At the same time, a strong relationship with government institutions have enabled us to contribute large-scale healthcare initiatives and public welfare programs. To support our long-term healthcare vision, today we have made substantial investments in manufacturing infrastructure and product development. Our state-of-art facility of in vitro diagnostics, which is around 30,000 square feet, which provides us the capability to develop, manufacture, and scale high-quality diagnostic solutions that address evolving healthcare needs. In addition is our surgical division, which specializes in soft orthopedic rehabilitation products designed to enhance patient recovery, mobility, and overall quality of life. All products within this portfolio are registered with the US FDA, reflecting our strong and rigorous international quality and regulatory standards followed at our end. These capabilities strengthen our position in the healthcare ecosystem and provide a strong foundation for both domestic and international market expansions. Innovation has been a defining pillar of our growth journey. Over the years, we have built strong partnership with some of India's most respected research and academic institutions. As we transform into cutting-edge science into accessible and affordable healthcare solutions. Our collaborations with IIT Bombay has provided us with patented AI-based technology for sickle cell, a disease which was unknown, untraced, or you could call an invisible disease which was killing the future of unknown diseases in India with an accuracy rate of more than 100%. Our association with CMAT has enabled us to access patented breast cancer screening technology focused on early detection through affordable, accessible, and large-scale screening by facilitating timely diagnosis. This has the potential to significantly improve treatment outcomes. Our collaboration with BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center, has enabled the development of advanced solutions for TB and oral cancer screening. Through our partnership with BITS Pilani, we are working on portable screening technology for acute leukemia, a critical form of blood cancer. What makes this technology truly transformative is their portability, affordability, accessibility, designed to operate efficiently in areas where limited access to healthcare is available. They enable these advanced diagnostic capabilities to reach populations that have traditionally lacked access to quality screening services. By facilitating early detection and timely intervention, these innovations have the potential to improve patient outcomes, expand access to healthcare, and contribute significantly to reducing mortality rates. A major milestone in our recent growth strategy has been the acquisition of Renelex. Through this acquisition, Lordsmark becomes the first company in India to secure a CDSCO manufacturing license of hemodialysis machine, an important step towards strengthening of domestic medical device manufacturing, supporting to the nation's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. This strategic step has significantly strengthened our presence in renal care and dialysis services, further expanding our healthcare platform and reinforcing a vision of building an integrated and affordable healthcare ecosystem that serves patients across multiple touchpoints. All these collaborations reflect our vision of combining scientific excellence and scalable business solutions to address some of the nation's most pressing healthcare challenges. Through innovations, we are not only building businesses, we are creating technologies that have the potential to improve and save millions of lives. Our recognition of the strong foundation that has been built by our employees, leadership team, partners, customers, and shareholders. It is also a reminder of the responsibility we carry today as we prepare for the next phase of our growth. As we move closer to our listing, we remain focused on strengthening governance, accelerating innovation, expanding our healthcare platform, and creating sustainable value for all our stakeholders. What truly differentiates Lordmark is not only the businesses we have built, but the culture and values what have driven them. Our organization is guided by a clear set of principles, seizing the opportunities, fostering the growth mindset, executing and championing the innovation and collaboration. These values are not merely statements on a wall. They are embedded in the way we think, innovate, and serve our stakeholders. Innovation has always been at the core of our growth strategy. We believe that sustainable growth comes from investing in research, technology, and intellectual capital. At Lordsmark, people are our greatest strength. We built a culture where employees do not merely work on organization, they grow with us. The deep attachment and commitment of our teams are reflected in our exceptionally low attrition levels. While industry attrition is in many sectors remain in double digits, our workforce continues to demonstrate remarkable stability. This stability reflects the trust, the ownership, and the long-term commitment our employees have towards our organization. Now, as we move to the next phase of our journey, we are equally committed to ensuring that our employees participate in the value they create for us. This belief is reflected in our employee stock ownership plan, the ESOP plan, which has already been allotted to eligible employees. This initiative reinforces a culture of ownership, accountability, and long-term value creation, ensuring that our employees are true partners in the company's growth journey. Together, these values, our people-first culture, and focus on innovations provide the foundation on which the next chapter of Lordmark industry will be built. On behalf of Lordmark Industries today, I extend my sincere gratitude to our employees, our investors, customers, business associates, regulatory authorities, well-wishers, and everybody, if I have not mentioned in this, but everybody who supported us throughout this remarkable journey. We created something which was a difficult task, but the leadership team, our employees, and our thing of execution at the right time and record-breaking deadlines made this journey come true. We look forward to the opportunities ahead with confidence, determination, and a renewed commitment for excellence of years to come. Today, as my company logo or our company logo says, Lords, Hamesha Aapke Saath, and we truly stand by that, कि we are Hamesha Aapke Saath and we are here to grow. Thank you for your trust, your support, and your belief in Lordsmark's journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Manav. And we got to know a lot more things about the company from your presentation. Or Hamesha Aapke Saath, and I saw that you have also given your employees an ESOP. I hope we can also become eligible for that part of the thing. But thank you so much for your time. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Subodh Gupta, who's the CTO of Lordsmark, and I would want him to talk about the technology growth plans of the company and how Lordsmark is planning to expand on their present technology and improve themselves. Thank you so much, sir. On the stage for you. Thank you.
Can I have the deck on, please? Yeah. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I thank you all for taking your time out this Friday evening, coming and joining us for this session. I thank a lot our team from the Financial Minds who have given us this forum to present our organization, in fact, your organization, and take you through a journey which Manavji has done in detail. I would rather focus on what is that we are doing currently and what we plan to do in the coming future, especially in terms of the technology, the differential products, and how Lords is different from the peer companies which are also operating in this particular area. So I think this has already been shared with all of you. We are a organization who have been there since 1979, if we take the merged entity into consideration. Considerably invested into R&D for past couple of years to develop India's specific solution to the problem of people of India. Our vision is to, which I'll read verbatim, our vision is to build a healthier, affordable, sustainable healthcare ecosystem for India while making India a global leader in healthcare innovation and technology. So we will make in India for the world. A lot of you are industry experts, probably, if you look not longer, maybe 5-7 years down the line, we were a company as a net importer for most of the medical devices. To an extent that certain kind of needles were also imported from abroad. We are so dependent. Thanks to the current dispensation and the encouragement by the central government, the policy change which is brought in by the government, today the scenario has changed completely. There is a lot of motivation, there is a lot of incentivization for Make in India. And I can say with a lot of confidence, in a couple of years, we will become a net exporter of technology to the world. So I'll take you through, as I said, why would someone think of Lords when it comes to medical technology? We have been working for past couple of years to be India's first in a lot of domains. And as Manavji said, we have been working with some of the top-class research institutions of this country to bring in products which are for the first time in India. We have worked upon world first AI-powered healthcare solutions, which I will talk in detail in my future slides. Breast cancer, which is the second highest incidence of cancer in India, one of the, a very dreaded situation. Unfortunately, if it happens to some female, it's a, heart-wrenching situation for the entire family. And the best part is to screen it early. And, we have a technology which can detect breast cancer at a cellular level. So forget about stage 3 or stage 4, we can detect it at a cellular level. Advanced genomics and precision medicine, I'll talk about it in the future. As I said, we have collaborated with some of the top institutions of the country to bring in the technologies to the commercial platform. And we are trying to change the whole paradigm from being a reactive healthcare to a preventive and predictive healthcare. And that's how the world is moving. We all know how expensive has healthcare become post-COVID. How expensive is hospitalization. And in a country like India, where 50% population pays out of pocket for their medical treatment, we can understand how devastating it is for a family if a family member is diagnosed with a chronic disease like a cancer or a heart problem. So it's not only financially, emotionally, everything comes to a standstill to that family. So we are trying to build an ecosystem which is more preventive in nature, which is more predictive in nature. We want people to take steps to prevent such kind of diseases. This is backed by a solid R&D, which I think Sanjay talked about. Our R&D investment is to the tune of 7 to 8%, which is quite high in terms of industry terms. What we do invest in terms of R&D. We continuously keep on evolving on our technologies, whether it is manufacturing technology, and that's how our IVD team, the products which we have, many of these products are European CE certified, which is a testament to the quality which we produce in our manufacturing units. We have a robust pipeline of next generation diagnostic technologies. As I said, the world is moving from a reactive healthcare to a predictive and preventive healthcare, and we at Lords are ready for it. And what makes us different from our peer organizations is that we are ready to meet the global needs of the world, of the healthcare needs of the world. From India, we'll be able to export these technologies, we'll be able to export our products globally. We are already exporting it globally. We are in a position to increase our footprint across the globe now. So as I said, our competitive edge is that we have a diversified healthcare ecosystem. We operate in a diversified healthcare system. If you would have seen most of the healthcare companies, either they are into medtech, or they are into diagnostics, or they are into IVD, any one of these. We have created a value chain where we have a vertical value chain. We are the manufacturers of IVD analyzers. We are the manufacturers of reagents. We also do have a chain of pathology where we directly work with our patients for their diagnostic needs. We have a network of distributors who make us reach to the every nook and corner of this country, and we have an excellent reach throughout. Our diversified business models ensures that we are present in the most critical segments of healthcare, which include, the integrated diagnostic services, both genomic and preventive, and the IVDs. We have developed AI-based medical devices. Sanjay mentioned the need for renal care in India and how difficult the situation is currently. And of course, the orthosurgical products which are required by everyone in a household today. So, as I said, we work on a vertical integration with in-house manufacturing facility and a recurring revenue model. So when we sell a machine to a laboratory or a diagnostic lab, they are buying reagents from us throughout the life cycle of the machine. So it's not a one-time relationship with the customer. It's a recurrent revenue model, and that increases the stickiness of the business. As I said, innovation is at the core of our business, is the core of our vision. So we are the first company to have an AI-based breast cancer screening technology with a collaboration from CMET. We have, as Manavji already told, we are the world's first AI-based sickle cell screening device. This has already cleared the clinical trials. We are very soon going to commercialize it. The government of India has created a program where they want to screen almost 16 crore patients for sickle cell. I do not know how many of you understand the gravity of this problem, but wherever there is a homogeneous marriage, the marriage in between the close relatives, this problem of sickle cell develops over a period of time. If not identified and treated early, it can lead to a terminal multi-organ failure at a later stage. So that's the gravity of the situation. And it is very common in certain parts of our country. It's very common in certain part of the Middle Eastern countries where people marry in close blood relationships. We have created the world's first AI dialysis platform through Renal OS and Renalix. We have India's first rapid pharmacogenomics testing with a 24 hours turnaround time. Pharmacogenomics is a new paradigm shift again in the way patients are going to get treated in future. No more one-size-fits-all approach will work. It's already implemented in certain Western countries like United Kingdoms and the USA. Probably it will come to India as well, because genetically we all are different. Our 99% genes are common, but there is a 1% variability between each one of us. And that 1% variability defines how I will respond to a drug. You will not respond in a similar way to the drug. And the drug has to be either changed or the dose has to be altered. So the current hit and trial method where, you are being given a medicine and you come to know, especially in chronic conditions, you come to know only after 6 months that the drug is not working. So the dose has to be increased or the drug has to be changed. Now the complete approach is going to get changed through a pharmacogenomic test. We can know which drug will work for me, for which drug the dose has to be increased, for which the dose has to be decreased. So it is more of a precision medicine, which is the future. Of course, we have the indigenous diagnostic analyzer and reagents, which are CE certified, meet the global standards. And again, a new paradigm shift with our gut microbiome testing and genomic-based preventive healthcare. So, how do we, what is the market where we are operating? So we are operating in a high growth market. The demand for preventive genomics and precision medicine is growing by almost, for last 5 years, by 16% CAGR. You would have heard a lot of medtech companies coming with AI-based solutions now, especially in radiology. We are trying to bring it to more, serious situations like a cancer screening, where we can really impact the outcomes of the patients. Remote patient monitoring and digital health, again very important. Please understand, as a country, the biggest problem we have is accessibility to good medical care in the remote locations of this country. So with the digital health and technology, we want to drive this accessibility across the length and breadth of this country. And then, of course, we are into medical devices and medtech, which is, again, I have already mentioned, a field which is going to see a revolution in coming 5 years with the kind of push government is giving for this sector. And of course, pathology and laboratory services, because today healthcare is largely dependent on pathology and laboratory service for a diagnosis. I don't think any one of us who goes to a doctor comes without a prescription for a pathology test. So this is an area which is continuously growing. If you would have seen 5 years back, there was a difference between organized and unorganized sector. Today, the organized sector in pathology is growing very rapidly. 3 years back, the contribution was around 12 to 13%. Today, it is around 30 to 35%, which means people are, coming forward and going more towards the preventive healthcare. So we are, expanding our global reach through export-led commercialization of healthcare products. As I said, we are already, we already have our footprints in certain countries. We are enhancing our footprints in the rest of the world. We are already exporting to SAARC countries, Africa, Middle East, North America. We also want to enter into the East European market and the CIS countries. So this we have already talked about. And so what is the IVD opportunity in India? In India itself, the IVD market is close to $205 billion US. And I think Kathuria ji already mentioned it is growing by approximately 14% CAGR. As the demand for testing keeps growing, so will there be need for IVD devices. And I said this is a recurring revenue model. We have a countrywide network of over 700 distributors, which ensure that our products reach most of the hospitals, pathology labs, and diagnostic centers. We take part into large-scale government healthcare programs with expansion in genomics, precision medicine, and AI-driven healthcare. We are also addressing the future. With pathology, we are addressing the present, and with this, we are addressing the future. So this is our IVD healthcare portfolio. So right from a semi-auto analyzer, which is probably a very basic machine to be used in a remote, semi-urban or a rural kind of a setup in pathology, to advanced, fully automatic analyzers, to the immunoassays, and we have also introduced the veterinary analyzers now because we've understood that there is a huge need in veterinary pathology. The way, the domestic animals and the people's craze for domestic pets is growing, and the kind of expenditure which people do on their, pets nowadays. So we identified this opportunity. We are one of the very few companies who have got an analyzer for veterinary analysis. This stopped working. Sometimes technology also becomes an impediment. So the good olden days where you click on the laptop and it keeps moving. Somebody has made a presentation on the OHP sheet sometime, Have somebody seen it or made an OHP sheet presentation?
During our engineering days.
So when I started my career, I remember, and that time, even that printing was not available everywhere. So you have to sit and write down with a permanent marker on the OHP sheet, and then morning you have to go and present it. Right. Thank you, sir. Friends, I was talking about the advanced genomics, and gut microbiome is another, area which is going to change the world. I do not know how many of you know, 90% of your neurotransmitters are, dependent on your gut bacteria. Are you aware? No. So depression is not external. Depression is internal. You correct this, your depression goes off. Lot of cardiovascular diseases are a result of a disturbed gut microbiome. Lot of, failure of weight loss programs is because you are not addressing your gut microbiome. So today, your gut is your second brain now, and this has been accepted by the medical fraternity worldwide. You correct your gut, you take care of your chronic problems. We are probably the very few companies globally and in India who do the gut microbiome testing. We use a very advanced technology which is known as metagenomics, and we look at almost close to 2.5 lakh microbial genomes to give a report. We don't only give a report to the patient, we also, because if you have, any one of you have seen a genetic report, it's like a Greek and Latin to even someone like me. So there has to be someone to explain that to the patient or the person who has come for testing. So we have a team of certified genetic counselors which help the patients navigate through the report and guide them through their journey. And we have seen excellent outcomes with this. We have seen patients getting much, much better with the help of this testing. So this is another which is, coming to the future. We are the only company having a CDSCO license for such test. Do you know, as Kathuria ji already told, only 10% of end-stage renal disorder patients get a continuous hemodialysis in India. And you know the reason. Till now, there is no company in India which was manufacturing a dialysis machine. We were dependent on Europe and Japan for the dialysis machines. We are the first company in India which has developed a fully indigenous dialysis machine. This machine meets the global standards because it is a European CE certified machine. We have not stopped at that level. We have not just manufactured a machine, we have created a whole platform, because what we understood through the ecosystem of end-stage renal disorder is you can buy machines from outside. But the problem is there are hardly 2,500 nephrologists in this country. And all of them are based in metro cities. Right? Who will do the dialysis in a semi-urban or a rural setup? A technician. Now the problem arises, who will monitor the quality of this dialysis? If the doctor is not seeing the dialysis, who monitors the quality of dialysis? So there are two issues. One is quality, second is accessibility. Most of the dialysis centers are based in class A or metro towns, while your patient could be at any place. Understand, a patient has to undergo dialysis 3 times in a week for 4 hours. So a poor man has to leave his livelihood, travel throughout the day, wait throughout the day at the dialysis center and come back. So he's losing his bread also. So what we created a whole platform which is known as Renal OS. Now we not only do a dialysis, we can monitor a dialysis from any part of the country. So a nephrologist sitting in Mumbai can monitor what is happening in Latur. And if, God forbid, if something goes wrong, an alarm is raised immediately and he can guide the technician at Latur what to do with the patient. So Renal OS, provides an entire platform to provide dialysis to every patient who deserves it. It's very unfortunate that in a situation in 2026, only 10% of the deserving patients get dialysis, and this is a terminal disease. Because as a country, we don't do much transplant. So there are only 2 options. If a patient has, lost both his kidneys, he can either go for a transplant or he has to continue with dialysis to keep him alive. Now, if he can't give dialysis, transplant, to forget, it's a far-reaching thing. It's very difficult to sustain that life of the patient. Hence, Renalix and Renal OS provide this platform to this. We are working very closely with the government under the PMN and DP. We want to establish centers for dialysis in semi-urban and rural areas. We want to collaborate with hospitals for providing them our technology who run the dialysis centers. As I said, musculoskeletal disorders, pain, sprain is an everyday phenomenon in every household, and that's where Lord Surgical comes in. It may look like a Me Too segment, but it's not a Me Too segment. We are probably one of the 3 companies which have got all their products registered in the US FDA. That speaks of the quality which we ensure is provided to the patients. So that's some of our partnership. As I said, we have partnered with CMET for the breast cancer screening device. We have partnered with IIT Mumbai for the sickle cell technology. Right? Okay, I'll just go through this. Yes. We completed our first order for our medtech devices exported to US, which was close to $1 million. And with Lord's global now present in US, we envisage to strengthen our global presence in the coming years. Of course, we have 20 plus patents which are with us. A lot of products in the pipeline which will see the light of the day very soon in the coming. They are at the various life cycle of product development, some undergoing clinical trials, some undergoing commercialization. And our go-to-market strategy is to, address all channels. We work with the government. We take part in the government programs to ensure that, we are a part of the large-scale healthcare missions. We are a part of the government screening programs. We reach up to the PHC and CHC level to ensure that this technology reaches where it is needed. We also work with institutions, hospitals, which is the B2B segment, institutions, hospitals, distributors, pathologies and labs to ensure that our products are available across the country. Through our preventive and consumer health, we reach the consumers and the customers directly, creating an awareness for the need of a preventive and predictive screening today. Of course, I talked about international expansion. We are a company which is present through the entire value chain, from manufacturing to distribution to lab to hospital and finally to the patient. As Kathuria ji already mentioned, we have onboarded Mr. Rahul Dravid as our brand ambassador, and the philosophy was very clear. Mr. Rahul Dravid has always been known as Mr. Dependable, something who signifies character, values throughout his career, cricketing career. That aligns very much with the vision of Lordsmark Industries. We definitely have very robust growth plans, but we will always grow with integrity. We will always grow with dependability for our customers, for our partners, for our shareholders. So these are our business units or business divisions. As I said, Lords Renewable Energy Solutions, which works into the area of renewable energy, has a pipeline of close to 3,000 crores worth of orders for next couple of years. Lords Med, which is our IVD division, focused on reagents, diagnostic kits, laboratory infrastructure and diagnostic instruments. We are the only company which has got a CDSC approval for all these products under one roof. And Lords Surgical, of course, our surgical and orthopedic care division, which has got unique products to cater to these needs. Some of the subsidiaries which we have, Renalix, which is focused on providing dialysis solutions to the patients. Lordsmark Microbiotech with 1DNA and Lords Path. We have an integrated, diagnostic and genomics platform. We provide from a basic biochemistry test to a whole exome sequencing. So we are present in the entire value chain, the entire life cycle of the diagnostic industry. And Lords MedTech, which is focused on providing advanced MedTech solutions, which are next-gen solutions to the problems which we have identified. This is our leadership team. Under the inspirational leadership of Dr. Sachidanand Upadhyay, we all work in making the dream, the vision achievable. So you have seen Mr. Manav Teli, Mr. Vinay Sarda, Vignesh Pujari is our CFO, Nipul Lodha is our Chief Strategy Officer. Unfortunately, both are traveling abroad, could not join us today. Mr. Vijay Borkar is the Director of Operations. Anupam is our Media Planner. Pooja heads our HR. Mr. Vinod Tiwari is an Independent Director on the board. Mr. G.M. Ansari is our Corporate Advisor. Mr. Shrikant Kavde is our Financial Advisor. Mr. Tariq Munir is a Legal Advisor. And Mr. G.S. Bhati is another Independent Director on our board. So that's our leadership team. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. I am open to any questions if you have in mind. Or we'll have a question answer session separately. Mr. Kathuria, thank you so much as per your plan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Subodh Gupta. I think your presentation was very, very in-depth. And it only shows that if technology can be built natively by our country, how much problems we can solve using technology. And technology can become an enabler for all of us to help India get out of this medical epidemic, if I can say, because once you realize the problem statement, the numbers, it's very, very big and very, very deep. Now I would like to call Mr. Suneet Rastogi and would want him to talk about more about the group, about the future plans, and how Lords is expanding its business. So, Mr. Suneet Rastogi.
Thank you, Kathuria ji. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I appreciate the opportunity extended to us by Financial Minds to discuss Lordsmark Industries' financial journey, the progress we have made, and our outlook for the years ahead. Its vision of company's promoter, Dr. Sachidanand Upadhyay, to make Lordsmark Industries a multi-diversified conglomerate, creating substantial value for its investors who have placed confidence and trust and aligned with the vision of the promoter. It has been more than 25 years of passion, hard work, commitment, and dedication which has brought us here. And we are glad to take you through this journey in brief. The journey started with the modest beginning with no resources. When I say no resources, that means no resources. And he only had a vision. And he comes from a very, very modest background, no money, and probably probably an office, or probably we started with a rented office, right? So the vision was to build a world-class conglomerate that creates enduring value across multiple sectors, geographies, and generations. Over the past several years, Lordsmark Industries has undergone significant transformation, as has been mentioned by Mr. Manav Teli, Executive Director, in his briefing. The company has focused on strengthening its core business, improving operational efficiencies, investing in innovation, and creating long-term value for shareholders. The company has consistently strengthened its revenue base, expanded operating profitability, improved capital efficiency, and maintained a strong balance sheet. Every investment has been evaluated through the lens of long-term value creation rather than a short-term gain. Today, the company stands on a stronger foundation than ever before. The company's portfolio combines established businesses that generate stable cash flows with high growth businesses that will become the engine of future value creation. The balance provides resilience during economic cycles while preserving our ability to capturing emerging opportunities. As our company looks ahead, the objective is not only to become larger, the company's objective is to become better governed, more innovative, and more efficient, and more globally competitive. The roadmap to becoming a world-class conglomerate rests on the 5 strategic pillars. One is scalability with discipline. We will continue to expand in sectors that we possess competitive advantage and can achieve leadership positions. Second, the operational excellence across all businesses. We are driving productivity, technology adoption, and process optimization to improve profitability and return on capital. Innovation and future readiness. The company has been consistently and significantly investing in new world-class technology, as Mr. Subodhji said, in the medtech space, making it ready with the changing and innovating transformation that will shape the next decade of growth. Capital allocation excellence. The company remains committed to deploying capital where it generates the higher long-term return while maintaining a financial prudence and balance sheet strength. Talent and governance. World-class businesses are built by world-class people. We continue to strengthen leadership capabilities. succession planning, and government standards across the group. Looking forward to the next 5 to 10 years, we see significant opportunities to accelerate growth. Our aspiration is to deliver sustained double-digit revenue growth, as we have been doing in the past couple of years, consistent expansion in operating margins, strong free cash flow generation, improved return on invested capital, increasing contribution for new growth businesses, enhanced shareholder value through disciplined execution. We believe the next chapter of our journey will be transformational. We are building an enterprise that can compare with the best companies in the world while remaining grounded in our core values of integrity, excellence, and long-term stewardship. The financial performance reflects these efforts. Revenue has grown steadily, supported by strong customer demand, expansion into the new markets, and enhanced product offerings. At the same time, we have maintained disciplined cost management, resulting in improved operating margins, strong cash flow generation. During this journey, the company has navigated numerous challenges, including changing market conditions, economic uncertainty, and evolving customer expectations. Through prudent financial management and strategic decision-making, the company has continued to build a resilient and sustained business. During this journey, the company, looking at the recent performance, the company achieved consistent revenue growth across key business segments, improving profitability driven by productive initiatives, strong cash flow generation, and healthy balance sheet. Continued investment in technology, talent, and future growth opportunities. These achievements provide a solid foundation for the next phase of our growth. Looking ahead, the company remains optimistic about the opportunities before it. The strategy is centered on 3 priorities: accelerating growth. The company will continue expanding its market presence, entering new markets globally, strengthening consumer relationships, and developing innovative products and services. Improving profitability, operational excellence, automation and discipline, capital allocation will support further margin expansion. Creating sustainable value, the company is committed to responsible business practices, long-term investment, and maintaining financial strength. To give a glimpse of our past financial performance, on a consolidated basis, the company registered a number of around 422 crores of top line in FY24, while in FY26, on a consolidated basis, pre and post merger, the company registered a total top line of around 1,240 crores. At the same time, the margins from 8.80% at the EBITDA level in FY24 stand to 16.28% in FY25-26. And if we talk about return on capital comes to around from 10.93% to around 11.66%. We have a number for all the verticals. If someone wants to have those numbers, we can share it separately with the financial model, right? So this was the brief about the financial numbers. Based on the current business momentum and the market outlook, we expect revenue to grow by 30 to 45%, what we have seen with the current order book and our new product launches. Operating margins improvement from 14.62% to around 19%. This is basically because of our new high margin medtech products, which are in the various stages of our life cycle, as Mr. Subodhji told us. So those are products which will add significant margin to our entire bottom line. Continued strong cash flows, ROI ranging from 14 to 15% on a year-to-year basis for the next 2 years on a consolidated basis. Return on capital employed will be somewhere around 20 to 21% on the next 2 years for the consolidated basis. While external factors may influence short-term results, We remain confident in our long-term growth trajectory and our ability to deliver consistent value to shareholders. Our balance sheet remains strong. Our debt to EBITDA, debt to equity is less than 1. Our balance sheet remains strong, profitable, providing flexibility to investment in growth initiatives, pursue strategic opportunities, and maintain an appropriate capital return program. In closing, our financial journey has been defined by resilience, disciplined execution, and a commitment to long-term success. We believe the company is positioned to capitalize on future opportunities and achieve sustainable growth in the years ahead. The journey to build a world-class conglomerate is a marathon and not a sprint. We are committed to make the right decisions today that will create sustainable growth and enduring values for decades to come. Our vision is bold, but approach is practical. We have the strategy, the assets, the leadership, and the financial strength to execute. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Suneet, for talking about numbers. Now we'll move to Mr. Srikanth, and I'll request Mr. Srikanth to come on stage and talk us through about the Lord's Group. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thanks to Financial Minds and Pravinji for this lovely evening. I believe all the key factors have been already discussed by Subodhji, Manavji and Sunitji, so I may not repeat it again. Out of the many things which has helped lots to grow big, I have always been fascinated by two things. First of all, to complete any task in a stipulated deadline, no matter whatever is the situation, any task has to be completed on that particular time by any person, by any employee in the company. And secondly is the compliances of regulatory and legal provisions. All government and statutory compliances are followed very strictly and on time. This has helped the company to grow at a better pace and faster. I, on behalf of the company, thank all the stakeholders, bankers, suppliers, customers, and the employees. And thanks. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Srikanth-ji. So we will start a Q&A session now. So yes, Tushar, please arrange the chairs on the stage for this Q&A session.
Can I request Subodhji, Sriniji and Gaudeji to come up and take the stage, please? Okay, for the questions, anyone? Yep. Can the team pass the mic to her?
Hello, my name is Reema Sonkar. I'm a SEBI registered research analyst and I run a boutique investment firm where I teach personal finance to women. Pleasure meeting you, Sanjay.
Thank you.
I've seen a lot of your videos. I love the story you shared about Suzanne, Sophie, and Judith. Question to you and the board. Firstly, congratulations to the board. We all know how difficult it is to build a startup and get it. It's a big runway, and my congratulations for the 20 patent and more to go ahead. Pharma is one of our favorite themes, and it's a forever favorite, I think, for most of the research analysts. Something which, was a little off to me, and I wanted to know the rationale of the board. MedTech, great one, but why, renewable space in the first? These are two very diversified business model, the clientele, everything. So what's the rationale of the company to keep two very diversified business model? And why do you want to keep it under one umbrella? If you can, just give some light on the same would be really helpful for me to understand. Thank you.
Thanks, Sriram.
I also had a question to you, Sanjay. Suzanne, Sophia, and Judith, they had the expertise of chess, and eventually, one of the sisters won. Here, there's a diversification, so the story actually has a twist here. So I would want the management, throw light on the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that question. As we mentioned during our talk, the investment in MedTech started somewhere in the year 2020. LED and renewable energy was a business which we started much before. At some point of time, MedTech is a growing business. I agree with you. They are two completely different, businesses that require a completely different skill set to run this business. Yes, at some point of time, the organization may think of, having two separate entities. But if you look to our management structure currently, within the organization, we work as, independent verticals. So each of the vertical is led by their own CEO, who is independently taking the decisions for their own businesses. So while these businesses may look, very different from each other in terms of the target segment or, what kind of products we have, but they operate very independently.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for wonderful presentation that you all have had, and thank you, Praveenji, for inviting us. So my question to the board was with respect to the patents. I understand that 20 plus patents are registered, which are amazing. But what I want to understand is it registered on worldwide platform, or are you thinking that it will take time for you to export? So, we will understand that how much time will it take for you to grow globally. That is the perspective that I want to understand from you all. Thank you. Myself, C.A. Prerna Shah. I am from an indirect tax space, but then of course I am quite interested in the individual perspective from Lord's perspective also. Thank you.
Thank you, Prerna, for that question. As you said, a couple of patents are already, world patents. For an example, Renalix is a world patent and it's got a CE certification also. There are certain technologies linked to Renalix or the renal system, which we again have a patent for, which will be the first time in the world. I cannot divulge right now because it will not be right in terms of me giving very forward-looking statements. As I said, there are some technologies which we have patented are ready to export. For example, a remote monitoring system, Renalix, lot of our IVD products, sickle cell, where we already have approvals and everything in place. There are certain technologies which are at a different life cycle of the product commercialization. A lot of these approvals are dependent on the government, right? They are at various stages of clinical trials, then submission, then approvals come from the government. Global regulatory is even more stringent in Europe or in Japan or in US. So when we file for a regulatory approval there, it's very difficult for me to tell today how much time it is going to take, because it's something which is beyond my control. So it will not be right for me to predict, how much time it will take. I can tell you what is ready right now. Others, yes, of course, there's a team which continuously works on these regulatory approvals, and they come in the due process of time.
Thank you, sir. Next.
Hello, hi sir. Varun from Neejan Capital. Sir, just to get a little bit of an understanding of the business, you told us that the renewables and the LED business is the legacy business for us, and the medtech is now the new business, right? So out of the 1,200 or so crores of revenue that we've done this year, how much of it was from the medtech business and how much of it was from the legacy business?
So medtech contribution for the last financial year was the first year where the medtech started contributing in terms of revenue, because all the technologies were in the initial phases of development. So some technologies, say for example renal care, got launched last year. So our revenue has started from last financial year. This year we expect a decent growth in this revenue. We have a decent order book in the renal care. IVD and medtech would be somewhere around 45 to 50%, and LED and renewable energy would be in the same range. So over a period of time, IVD and medtech will take over the renewable energy business in terms of the total revenue contribution.
So sir, in the first year of operations, we did close to 600 crores of revenue from the medtech business.
600 crores is the post-merger balance sheet that you've seen from BSC. Our entity got merged with Kratos, which was the merged transferee entity, wherein the financials are for the last 6 months only. So before that, I'm telling you 1,240, what I told you is the number of the consolidated financials for the entire year. So 600 crores, which is the 6 months number, includes renewable energy, IVD and medtech put together.
Sir, can you please elaborate, can you give me a little bit of a brief about the structure again? I'm not very familiar.
I'll just tell you. See, our entity got merged on 24th of September last year, right? So these numbers for last 600 crores of revenue, which you've seen on the BSC, which we have declared last month, are for the 6 months. It's the post-merger number, right? And on a consolidated basis, since the company was a continuing company, right? So these numbers, the 1,240 crores numbers, what I told you as a turnover, was for the whole year. Yes, 600 crores is the total turnover on a consolidated basis, not a standalone IVD and medtech business.
Right, sir. But out of this 600 crores, the 45 to 50% is from medtech, you're telling me? So about 300 crores.
Yes.
Understood. Sir, again, now we have these new solutions that we're talking about, the diagnostic kit for, sickle cell anemia or breast cancer. How are we planning to monetize those things? Are we going to, start approaching, diagnostic labs or hospitals, or what is the plan over there?
So there are certain products which are B2B businesses. Say, for example, dialysis. Dialysis is a B2B business. When I say IVD is a B2C business. When I say B2C, it goes directly to the pathology lab, right? So the pathology lab or a hospital doing a testing becomes my end consumer. So I called it a B2C. Much of our revenue comes from B2G also, because our renewable energy is 100% B2G business. And IVD and MedTech, around 40% of our business comes from the government business, B2G. And with regard to the sickle cell, there are, if you would have seen, 2 years back, Nirmala Sitharaman allocated elimination of anemia budget of 3,000 crores. That was nothing but somewhere linked to sickle cell, right? For elimination, anemia, sickle cell is what? It's anemia. It's basically an anemia. So this is a IIT research developed product where we have taken TOT from IIT for commercializing it. For the last 1 year, we have spent into getting this commercialization, because the commercialization happens from ICMR's approval, CDSCO's approval. So that has come in place. Now from this financial year, this revenue from sickle cell will come in this financial year and will be part of the consolidated balance sheet.
Understood. Sir, out of this whole around 300 odd crores that you said that we are getting from MedTech, how much of that business comes from reagents currently?
So reagents currently, see, I'll tell you the breakup. So IVD consists of biochemistry, reagents, rapid test kits, and analyzer machines. Analyzer machines contribute somewhere around 10% of the total revenue of the IVD part. And analyzer machines, biochemistry and rapid kits tests. Rapid tests predominantly was higher in terms of biochemistry, because biochemistry usage increases over a period of time when a pathology labs tests and sees its performance. So what we have envisaged in the last 2 years, that our biochemistry business has increased over a period of time, and next 2 years probably it surpassed the rapid test kits also. So biochemistry would be somewhere around 55 to 60% of our total IVD part, and balance would be 10% would be the analyzer machines, and the balance would be the rapid test kits.
Sir, 55% is what again?
Around 50 to 55% would be the biochemistry reagents.
Okay.
Over a period of next 2 to 3 years.
So around this 150 crores of this is about reagents? Would that be
Pardon?
About 150 crores of revenue is from reagents?
So 300 crores is the total from IVD and MedTech,
Yes.
right? Around 50% if we consider,
So
we'll give
about
you the exact numbers.
150 crores or so, right? And this is sort of a...
No. 600 is the total number for the last 6 months of the financial year, right?
Right.
So around 45 to 50% would be from the IVD and MedTech put together.
Okay, kind of makes sense. Sir, out of our total revenue pie currently, how much of our revenue is coming from exports?
See, exports has started from last financial year, probably. See, exports is something where the acceptance takes time. And these are products which are related to human touch. So, company has been participating lot of exhibitions across the world, rigorously every 2 months, I think so. We have been participating exhibitions in UAE, Europe, US, and African. African market is something which we want to penetrate in a bigger way, and we have a decent order book. So probably over the next 3 years, we see our exports starting from nowhere to reach somewhere around 15% of our total revenue on a consolidated basis.
Right, but currently we are majorly domestic focused only, right?
No, this year we have a contribution from exports. Around it would be 3 to 5%.
3 to 5%. Sir, lastly, when our EBITDA margin eventually goes to 19%, what kind of PAT margins do we expect?
So PAT margins would be somewhere in the range of 8 to 10% roughly, or probably 11%. Because the reason for the increase in the margins is that our new technological products, which are with high margin products, and also with the increase in the top line and probably revenue, our operational efficiency increases. That's the reason you see that over a period of time, our margins have been increasing, and that have been reflected over a period of time in the last audited results that we have declared also. If you compare our numbers from the last financial year, for the last 3 years also, you'd see that those are declared numbers where we have seen a substantial increase in the bottom line and the EBITDA level.
Understood. Last question, sir.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is the current debt on our books?
Debt, if you talk about the debt to equity, would be less than 0.6, 0.7.
Right, but absolute number, if you have.
Absolute number, if you see, our working capital would be somewhere around 150 to 175 crores, put together all the businesses. We have 5 bankers with us, who are 5 lenders, and those are all sole lenders, not a multiple banking. They are vertical wise. That is the reason that Subodhji said that each vertical is headed by a different CEO. We have a different financial profitability profit center for each of the verticals. And going forward, we intend to demerge it also, because we want to make both the companies different. The renewable energy paper has already got demerged. So renewable energy and the IVD and MedTech would be separate entities going forward.
Understood, sir. 150, 175 crores working capital debt, we don't have any term debt.
There is some small amount of term debt, around 30, 35 crores. That is the capex work, term loans.
Understood, perfect. Thank you so much, sir.
Because we cannot use equity every time. So we have to balance between the equity and debt, because a lot of money gets spent in R&D also.
Right, perfect. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I think your questions must have answered like more than half the questions in the room right now. Thank you so much for all the very good quality questions. Great. And up next, anyone else who would want to ask some, yeah, there.
Hi, good evening. So my question is for Subodh sir. So me and Meenal run an investment advisory firm. I was interested in the renal OS product. So I wanted to understand, sir, is there any other Indian company which manufactures dialysis machines? And like what would be the market share of like are all the dialysis machines in the country imported from outside?
Yes, you are right. All dialysis machines before Renalix were imported. Predominantly, Germany, then Japan. There was one company, US company, which has closed down its operations, and the China machines. There was no indigenous machine available in India till now.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
Do these German and Japan dialysis companies have the remote monitoring system in it?
No, they don't have a AI layering which enables us to, it's not only remote monitoring, there are many other features like, a predictive breakdown alarm. So in renal OS, there is a provision that if the machine is anticipating a breakdown, it will raise an alarm at least 48 hours to 72 hours in advance. So there is no actual breakdown of the machine, and the preventive maintenance can be done. So it's a very different platform which enables us to very simply although it's quite complicated, but for the user we have made it quite simple.
Is there a cost difference compared to the imported machines?
We are lesser than the imported machines. Okay. And if you look at a long-term cost of ownership, we would be around 20 to 30% lesser than the imported machines.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Abhimanyu here from Nijin. Wanted to understand that you were guiding for a 30 to 40% growth for the next 2 to 3 years. Now, because you're operating 2 different segments here, one being the medtech and the other being renewables, would growth be the same in both the divisions, 30 to 40%?
See, renewable energy, we already are booked for next 4 to 5 years. We have more than 3,000 crores of order book. Our rooftop solar book is already 650 megawatts, which is a substantial book with a high margin business. Plus IVD is something which started in 2020. So obviously you would understand that initial years would be years of struggle, and then your growth phase comes. So probably if you see for the last 2-3 years, the growth has been in double digits. The reason why is that the acceptability of our product has been better in the market, and our penetration has been more now. And we started exports also. So we are, and last year we got a tie-up with Dozy also, for which we have got an international order for $1 million for last year exports, and we are manufacturing partners and marketing partners for Dozy for exports. So a lot of growth would come from the new products which are world-class unique products. Say for example, sickle cell. Sickle cell is a mass testing product. So it would be majorly a B2G segment business. Allocation of budget by Nirmala Sitharaman 2 years back of 3,000 crores has been unutilized. So government is focused on spending that for elimination of anemia. So already there are many things which we cannot divulge at this point in time, but obviously the products will generate revenue. That is the reason we have a new product line. That is the reason we are projecting a growth of more than 30-35% at least going forward. Last year also, if you see 25, we clocked a number of around 710 crores. From there we reached to 1240 crores. So that speaks of itself.
Understood. And I believe last year we did not have any revenue coming from the dialysis machines. And this year that would be a major contributor towards the growth. And would your margins be higher as compared to what you have in the dialysis machines?
Dialysis is the acquisition which we did in strategic acquisition last year itself at end of 2024-25, and it was acquisition. I'll just give you a brief about Renelex. Renelex is a company started in 2013 by Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao. He is a nephroscientist and he has spent his entire life into the research. So Bharat Electronics Limited is already a manufacturing partner with Renelex. So we acquired Renelex because, see, our scientists cannot commercialize. So we came in partnership with Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao to make it commercialize. So last year was the first year of operation probably where a lot of prototype manufacturing goes on, changes in the product and marketing of the product happens. So last year was the first year probably where we clocked a very, very conservative number of, say, I think 20 crores, 22 crores of business we did in dialysis last year, and that too in last quarter only, a couple of months. This year we have already placed an order of manufacturing for more than 500 machines as of today. So that can make you understand that what kind of growth I am looking at for this financial year in dialysis. Obviously dialysis is a profitable business. As he mentioned that we are focusing on opening labs in tier B and tier 2 cities, where our recurring revenue starts from dialysis. See, selling a machine doesn't generate a lot of revenue. So,
what is the cost of one of these machines?
So what do you want to ask?
Well, it depends on the model. It's like an airplane. Okay. The more you load it with the features, the value goes up. So it all depends on what is the kind of, systems a center requires. But I can tell you we are way lower than what the foreign companies are, asking for. Like for example, our machines come bundled with a renal OS system, for which a foreign company charges around 20 lakh rupees. That's the difference.
Right, sir. So is the plan to open diagnostic centers rather than sell diagnostic, dialysis centers rather than, sell dialysis machines?
See, it's a strategic decision, and probably when it comes to business, probably all options are open when it comes to business. So we won't have any hesitations with tying up with a large home dialysis partner, probably service provider, where we place our machines and come into a partnership. Actually, it gives our footprint into deeper footprints rather than we penetrating into the market. It helps us penetrate along with the existing network of the service provider.
Understood.
That is the table of questions. All questions are coming from that table.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. All analysts, financial analysts are sitting there.
Yeah, so I'm Kunal. I'm a research analyst at FinAvenue Growth Fund. We are in category AF3 and we are an investor in Lordmarks. We are a PIP investors.
Thank you so much, first of all. I thank you for your patience because it has taken longer time than expected and probably people have placed a lot of patience. So thank you very much.
No, sir, it was a pleasure to, get along with you. So just few questions. Obviously, we have a lot of products ongoing right now. So I just wanted to know about the manufacturing capabilities that we are trying to build because obviously we would be manufacturing. So where are we trying to set up these plants and like what would be the timeline to complete this plant if we are starting any?
See, for any manufacturing, for developing a product, a wiser decision for an entity is to be a less capital intensive, to go in for an OEM partner first, to understand probably the nitty-gritties of manufacturing, the challenges of marketing, rather than putting your entire capex. If you see, our Renelex also, we have manufacturing OEM partners, and we are not dependent on one single manufacturing partner. Bharat Electronics Limited had invested around 20 crores. When they have invested, then why should we invest? So Bharat Electronics Limited has already a name. There are other manufacturing partners also. So first is that we want to understand scale and then probably put in our own manufacturing. It's not about that equity that we have raised from shareholders and then we put in something which becomes less productive. And it actually reduces my fixed assets to turnover ratio.
So basically we would be trying
to probably would prefer to sit on cash for further contingencies rather than investing in a capex.
So basically we would be trying to get into the asset light model, right? Developing new products
Initially,
and trying to...
if you say, initially, but it cannot be a long-term process because we need to, because when our technology goes, our nitty-gritties with regard to the product also goes into the market. I would want to protect that also. So it's initial for say 12 to 18 months probably, just to test the market. First we'll test the market, then probably we already have budgeted our capex. Allocation has already been done, but land has also been acquired. But further expansion will be done once we test the waters.
Sir, if you may, like where is this land? In which state?
One is the major expansion which is happening in UP. We have land. One in the outskirts of Gujarat. Outskirts of Maharashtra touching to Gujarat, right? Manaji?
And sir, a few questions on the product side. Like you mentioned that obviously we are started to commercialize on the analyzer machines, right? Dialyzing machines. So if we were to get into other products as well. So if you could just, obviously just like sir mentioned that we cannot say about the regulatory approval, but like if we were to look into the next 2 to 3 years, what about the other products? Like what would be the timeline for other products to get commercialized?
See, sickle cell is getting commercialized this financial year. The onco-diagnoscope, the cancer technology, breast cancer testing technology is already commercialized. We have taken from CMET, right? So that technology is already available. Onco-diagnoscope, which is a cancer technology, testing technology. I'll just share a brief, if Subodhji allows me. He mentioned that if for testing a cancer in India, you need to have biopsy. And sometimes if you don't have a cancer, biopsy develops its own diseases. So BARC developed a technology wherein without pricking and without a biopsy and PET scan, an oral cancer can be detected in 15 minutes. So that machine and that technology is being developed for commercialization. In the last quarter of this financial year, we expect to commercialize this and launch it.
Okay, and like what about the genome testing, sir?
Subodhji?
So genome testing is already into operations. However, our R&D team continuously works on developing newer tests and newer technologies. Like I mentioned, the first time in India a pharmacogenomic test which is being done in, a result is in 24 hours. So we keep on developing newer panels. We keep on reducing our TAT. We keep on increasing the accuracy. so that see, today we can say our single drug pharmacogenomics is as accurate as 99.9%.
And so also on the pathology side, obviously like you mentioned, a lot of your products are like high margin, and obviously a lot of R&D is behind that products. So there are a lot of also, so if you were to explain to me like on clinical chemistry, and there are 2-3 types of pathology, right? I think there's hematology, there's immunology, and then there is clinical chemistry, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, where are we trying to get into these products?
So we are present in all the 3 segments. We are there into biochemistry, we are there into hematology, and we are there into immunoassays. And our, the reagents are required to run the test for all these 3 kinds of diagnosis. And we are equally present in all these. However, setting that, as per the market, biochemistry is the biggest segment, followed by hematology, followed by immunoassays. That's how the market operates.
And so, would you say like that the margins in the genome would be much higher than this other pathology tests? Because obviously there are a lot of already players in this market, right? There's clinical, there's hematology, there's immunology, right?
Yeah. So, if you talk in terms of margins, it's a smaller market with lesser players, but it's an ever-evolving market because the changes are happening very rapidly in genomics. The adoption is, much wider now than probably it was 5 years back. There are a lot of institutions, doctors, which are adopting the gene testing, the genomic testing. There are a lot of people now as common people who are taking preventive genomic testing to understand their risk for various type of chronic diseases. Yes, so this is a market which is going to see a rapid growth in next 5 years, I'll tell you. Currently it is somewhere around 2,000 crores, growing at 16% CAGR. We expect this growth to further enhance in next couple of years. With the because of the technology adoption, the prices have come down. A test which was costing 50,000 maybe 5 years back is costing some 12,000-13,000 rupees. And we keep on trying to reduce the cost because we want to increase the adoption.
And so also on the devices and reagent side, right? There are obviously our major customers, target customers would be pathology centers, right? Or let's say diagnostic centers. There are a lot of franchise labs. But if we were to look into the machines, right, we are into the smaller, let's say semi-autonomous and autonomous machines, and we are trying to focus in the tier 2, tier 3 areas, right? So are we trying to participate into government tenders where we can directly supply to PHCs, CHCs? Because I think there are a lot of government tenders for this products as well.
We already secure good numbers of government tenders and government orders for our machines. We already have that kind of a, approach.
So if you were to look into, let's say, government versus private, like where would be a focus more on?
So we don't want to miss any of the opportunities. So there is a tender team which is there in our office, which continuously follows up for the government business. And then we have close to 300 people who on field who work for the B2B channels, which is the private sector. So both opportunities are immense, and we want to encash on both the opportunities.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for answering all the questions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, one, I think, last question, but that will be from my side, I think. I should also ask some questions. Is there anybody left? Okay, then I'll, okay, there are 2 more questions, okay, fine. Then I'll ask my last question.
Hi. Hi, good evening. I'm Pooja Banerjee. I'm from the Economic Times. A basic question on AI. How do you envision AI transforming the healthcare delivery in India, and what role can public-private partnerships play in scaling these solutions nationwide? If if you can throw some light on it.
Thank you. It's a very important question. AI is going to become an enabler. As I said, if you look at our country, the kind of length and breadth of the geography we have a problem of accessibility. So AI is going to be an enabler for the future healthcare. There will be a lot of technologies which are purely driven by AI and the LLM. And, we also see that there will be an AI layering on the current technology. For example, if you see radiology today, right? So there are, a radiology report can be generated with the help of AI with a similar accuracy what a radiologist does. So the turnaround time to give an MRI report has come down drastically because it's not human dependent now. So these are the kind of technology, these are the kind of events which will keep on happening. For an example, if I take example of Renalix only, because of an use of artificial intelligence, we can monitor the dialysis on a real-time basis at a command center. Part 2 of it is, not every patient requires 4 hours of dialysis. So as the patient keeps coming back for the dialysis, we come to know what is the actual requirement of this patient. He may get best results in 3 hours also, or he may require 5 hours of dialysis. So once we build that type of learning in the system will maybe 3 months down the line predict that this particular patient requires these many hours of dialysis. So we can optimize the whole, infrastructure there. So again, I said it's going to be not one size fits all approach in future.
Ma'am, Mike.
So 2 questions.
Yes.
One is in the terms of cost. In terms of cost, what is the amount of import that you have? Maybe a percentage ballpark if you can provide, so as to understand that, and also to understand that is there any geopolitical risk that we are looking at, considering that there are going to be imports or slowdown in the growth from that angle. The second question is with respect to your revenue model, wherein right now what I understand is it's more of the sale of the equipments and machineries that you have. Is there also going to be any leasing model in terms of the tier 2, tier 3, cities that we are looking at? So 2 questions. Thank you.
So let me answer the second one, then you answer this first one in detail. Then you will answer. So obviously, as I said, all streams of revenue are welcome, and we should not hesitate in terms of expanding our revenues. So which we call as a PPT model. See, where we lease the machine and we charge as a rental, probably per patient treatment model, we call it. So obviously that is built in our financial model. Yeah, that has already been factored, because this is something which doesn't work without PPT model. This machine doesn't work. It's like a photocopy machine. When earlier photocopy machines used to get sold, right? Now it is per page wise. So obviously one would want, as we don't want to be a high capex, less capex, less high asset company. So anyone, a pathology lab won't want to take a burden of a cost of the machines. So that is already built in the financial model. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. I'll take the first part of your question regarding import dependence. So I can tell, specifically if you are talking about our dialysis machine, the Renalix OS, more than 85% of it is indigenous. We import a very few components, and that too we have, multiple suppliers for that component. The good part is in next 6 months we'll be able to achieve 100% indigenization, because we have been running trial for 1 or 2 critical equipments. I can say it has been successful, and we can manufacture that component also in India now. So probably next 6 months it will be 100% indigenous product.
Perfect. That gets us to the last question by me.
So then we should have the
Please be comfortable. My question is that out of all your products which you are doing right now, which product has the highest EBITDA margin? And if you have to envision a 3-year later P&L of your business, what would be your revenue split up like in your different business verticals? More financial question than.
So if you see, our biochemistry is a very high profitable margin business. In the renewable space, if you see, our rooftop solar is a very profitable margin business. And that was in the newspaper also, 4.85 rupees per unit.
Oh.
So you can understand the amount of margins that we have in the solar rooftop business. Renal care probably is a new business. Obviously, initially, you cannot concentrate on very high margin, because if you do so, probably you'll not be able to scale it. So that would be a conscious decision, probably, and over a period of time, our margins tend to increase. Onco Diagnoscope, which is a world-class non-invasive technology for testing cancer, we don't have a competition over there. We don't have a competition. So pricing is something which would be a conscious decision of the management, keeping in view of mass service. It's not only the revenue. It's nation building, as the thought of the management is, and Dr. Sachidanand Upadhyay. And the next was over a period of next 3 years.
3 years.
So
How would your revenue pie look like?
revenue pie, medtech and IVD will dominate. LED, renewable energy, probably would not grow with that pace, because it's a B2G business and execution is a long cycle. IVD and medtech, probably, since we have built a network, our exports is increasing, our products are getting added. There are certain products which are in the pipeline as well. We recently added breast cancer testing technology, which is a pad, and partnered with CMET. So these products put together contribute higher over the next 3 to 5 years, if you see.
Perfect, I got my answer. Thank you so much for clarifying all the doubts. एक बार जोरदार हम तालियां दें management के लिए for being very, very honest and clear on their communication. With that, we end this session. And again, thank you so much, gentlemen, for all your time today. Now you all can meet and greet over dinner.
We should thank, in fact, Sanjay Kathuria for this lovely evening and anchoring this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for all your
Sanjay.
kindness. Thank you so much. See you around. And you can ask questions when you're meeting them for dinner outside. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Sanjay, please join.